So Sirens on Netflix, that ending, people actually turn on how that ending went, but not us though.
I love how it ended.
We're solidly on Simone's side, and I am so proud of myself because everyone said I did not expect how that ending go. I expected it. I actually wanted, like, I predicted Siren. I said that once I sit first, camera that's person was announced. I was super proud of myself that I predicted how Sirens was going to end.
I don't necessarily predict how it's going to end, but I like the fact that he did not give off what people wanted. And I like that it was just a simple drama about rich people and just having a perfect life, honestly. And it was just fun.
I think it was episode 2. I said, funny enough, but like this entire talk about court, it might not be, it's not going, I not said it's not going to be.
Yeah, for the first time,
how
it's not going to be a court.
like, I almost said that Julianne Moore's character here in Michaela, I said that this woman is just a woman who enjoys silly, frivolous things.
Yeah.
And she's not necessarily a bad person. When it got to the end, I was just like, yeah, that's my story, kind of, because that's how I'm gonna write this story if I were the writer.
So understand the show, first
Yeah.
of all, it was understanding mythical significance of the title Sirens. But that was my head actually went to like
Yes, yeah,
it's mermaids in the water calling the
men,
men
that doom.
yes. And but first you should be aware that this series is actually based on Molly Smith Metzal's play, 2011 play, LMNOP.
Yeah.
LMNOP. And before you go ahead with this review, you should be one that spoilers ahead because we're talking about the end of the show. Welcome to our channel. My name is Anifome.
And my name is Vakim.
So the title Sirens is not just poetic; it is symbolic as well. But like I said earlier, sirens. When you hear sirens, you know that it's based on this mythology of sirens, women luring men to their doom. But on this show, it's actually different. It's the other way around. Here we have men actually luring women to their doom, kind of with making them sacrifice a lot, silence them, and just make them really small. And it's kind of like a cautionary tale to women and how much you really sacrifice at the end of the day.
So this show actually starts with an edible arrangement. Over in Buffalo, there's this lady, she just got out of jail, Devon. And on her doorstep, she found an edible arrangement of fruit. So as she saw the signatory, that's my sister Simone. So she carried this edible arrangement back to the island where her sister is working. And she just got there to actually yell at her sister that I've been needing your help about to help her seek that.
Yeah, but Simone is actually quite happy with her serene life here and her job, and she doesn't want to go home with her sister to go and take care of their father. Why should I do that? And her sister actually thinks that Simone is in trouble and she needs to save her from this cultish life that she's had with her boss. But the thing is, it's not a cult. And this is just about a woman who just likes things in order, a certain way. She knows what she wants.
Yeah, for that ending explained, like I said, this is actually not a cult. Michaela was not a cult leader. At the final episode, makes Michaela orders that Simone be moved out of the house and out of the island. It actually kissed Michaela. So she found that photograph and she's okay, this lady, she's a threat to my marriage, not caring about the bond they already established. She just said, okay, you're a threat to my marriage, you have to go. Simone now is with her father and her sister. Like, she had pretty she been begging them all to leave this island because she likes her life. Now Ethan brought her father over as well. So it's just this mess. And she just lost her job. Now she's going leaving the island with these people she have been begging to leave the island. So on their way out of the place, Devon's boyfriend slash boss is found. They said he's in the police station. Okay, let's go pick him up or let's go bail him. And in this police station, that's where Simone got her final decision, anyway, if you call it that. My father started talking to her that, oh, he gave her some sort of apology about how he treated her and how he was negligent, basically. Okay, she's just sitting there quiet and he's saying, oh, it's going to be me and you again. And
Yeah. She just bolts out of the police station and ran back to the Cliff House.
yeah,
And she meets Peter. She tells him about the photograph that his wife is keeping just in case he wants to divorce her.
yeah.
If you remember clearly from earlier on in the series, we heard about their prenup that it's like ironclad. And the only way she will get anything in a divorce right now is if he cheated on her. So Kiki is keeping evidence. So Peter quickly took the evidence and destroyed it. And then he sent his wife packing. Like, I'm done with this marriage. Like, you don't need to have, just in case if we're in a relationship, like, what's the point? He's on tired of his marriage already. And guess who replaced Michaela? the one and only Simone. But the cycle continues anyway, in my opinion.
Yeah, the true villains here actually what she was trying to tell us, because I've seen a lot of people say that Simone is the villain, and I'm saying no, Simone is not the villain here. The true villains in this story are the men. If you're paying attention,
Yeah.
but because that's hence the title Sirens. It's flipping it over that okay, well the women are just to blame. What about it? What role did the men have to play in this entire thing? The women are the one that just seducing you to your doom. What role did you have to play? Because there are two sides to the story, and people often forget that when it comes to issues like this. So first of all, start with Simon and Devon's father, who actually ruined the lives of his daughters. If you ask me, yeah, he was negligent, and if you remember as well, even Simon blames him for the mother's entire depression episode and everything. He would leave them to deal with their mom and everything. So yeah, he's the reason why the mom got into harm's way. He's the reason why Devon had to also sacrifice herself, sacrifice a lot, and she keeps telling her sister, "Don't sacrifice a lot for you." Because it's the reason why, and it's the reason why Simone decided that I'd rather be in this place than to even spend a second with you.
But I don't understand Devon's logic. Because I know she wants help, and I know that you sacrificed a lot for me growing up. So it's not really your responsibility, but it so happened like that.
Yeah,
But what is the sense in it that I would quit my really good job?
yeah,
I'm of this alcoholic that is
yeah.
having dementia. That the last time I saw him was in court when he lost me.
Yeah, Devon's life is pretty messed up. First of all, she's even sleeping with her married boss. She's just all over the place. And she's also trying to fight being an alcoholic as
Yeah, like
well.
your father.
As much as I understand Simon, I understand Devon as well. Because Devon just wants to be with her, wants to be near her sister. That's just basically, she just wants that company. In as much as it was for Simon, just want to remove from every single thing that reminds her of her life, which is something that a lot of people do as well. And so that's why it hurts people like Devon most of the time, that I find it hard to let go. Like, oh, when my sister, I miss my sister. That's what there's Devon's on. And also, Devon also said, okay, why are you just content to being an assistant here? You said you wanted to be a lawyer. And she doesn't even know that her sister did not like it.
Yeah, she didn't like it as well.
So you can never really know people fully. You just really know what they show you. And but still, I was on Simon's side. Like, why I cannot go back to that dirty.
Devon was just
That.
boys, leave me alone. I just my bad. Like, honestly, just leave me alone. The only thing that Simon actually owed her family was just calling them, just even if it's like in day or just one weekend with them. That's the only thing. Like, okay, just spend time with them because you don't really know what's going to happen in life, and just spend my whole time and feeling guilty just because she came here to make me feel guilty. I'll now move back home. Nah, that not work.
I was on Simon's side. Like, no. Even though, yeah, her relationship with her boss was sketchy, was confusing, it was weird. It crossed the line. But that's what happens most of the time when you are working as an assistant. Most of the time, the lines blur, and that's what happened with like this is Michaela. They're jogging together. They're sharing a gum. It was wild, yes. But when you now wonder, that, okay, if the villains are the men, although we'll still talk about the other men, but just a little digress here. Well, if you're wondering, okay, the villains are the men, what about Michaela? She is exhibited some kind of tendencies. Michaela is just a rich woman that was just exhibiting some kind of,
Yeah, she just got power.
yeah, she's just using power.
When you Devon at the end, that's
When you go and Mrs. Kill,
yeah, that's just like when you have kind of power with somebody respects you and will just do whatever you say.
and you'll be like, okay, this far, it's not that bad. I could get used to it. So that's what just Michaela.
So in the bad guy,
Yeah.
that she was even struggling with the fact that if this marriage ended, because she was very house and was cheating on her, if
Yeah.
marriage ended, what is she going to do? She made her quit her job.
Then she was actually high flying already.
Yes, and so she has to just start from scratch. So I understand her.
She remembers another example of how just showing that women sometimes they just blame women for everything. Yes, Devon is sleeping with her married boss. Does not mean that she's not wrong. But at the same time, he was blaming her that you're sucking me in, all those kind of things, and you're like, you're designing her. I did not ask you. How was using her?
She told him too that he liked he makes her feel like he was back in high school.
Okay, but yes,
So we just want to feel good, like say this or that life that he misses.
yeah. So they're just trying to say that women cannot take all the blame.
Nah,
We have to share the blame as well.
basically. Another person here is Ethan.
Yeah.
I like Ethan in the beginning. Not really. I was not sure about his relationship.
I was not sure about him at all. He looked like a dog.
So Simone actually liked Ethan in the beginning. I wasn't sure if love, but she said my love. And she loved him. And the problem is that he didn't really listen to her. Even if she was not saying a lot of words, you just kind of like read your partner's body language.
Yeah.
She didn't want to talk about her past. He not just let it be. She said, okay, I was a foster. He realized she was a foster care. But her father is alive. She did not let you raise eyebrows and question it. But instead, he brought her father over to the island.
Yeah.
And asked her to marry him. Why? That was like the worst thing to ever do because I never told you about my sister. And you're bringing my father all the way. Just my mom said, you're bringing my father here and you're telling me you're married to me. So my father, nah, he was living it. And she also told him that he fell off the cliff. And she warned him that he should step away. But I have a theory here that Simone actually pushed
Ethan. Simone did not put Ethan because Simone did not put Ethan in that place at all. She was standing, get off, calm down, wait. And you saw how she bolted into the house and say, because she didn't have any reason to kill Ethan.
She didn't have any reason to kill him. Maybe he called her a monster. And she really did, maybe I would say she caused a lot of trouble. I'm not really sure that this is just my own theory.
He was
This is
drunk.
my own.
We didn't know him.
She was drunk. It's just my own theory, basically. Like, I just feel like she pushed him off. He was calling her a monster. She didn't really like it. And she had a dream about this already. He just showed my some things and he just triggered. I just felt like she was triggered. And she's like, oh, he fell off the cliff. I had it in that.
Just the theory, had my theory. It's not.
You know why he was in the hospital recovering? He was still blaming her for what happened. And then we have Michaela and her husband, Peter. Peter blames Michaela for his estranged relationship with her children. That she don't let him have his children around. He had a grandbaby now. And he even had to go there in secret to spend time with his family and invite his son over. But the truth is, if you wanted your children around, you should have said, okay, it's a line that we don't cross, family, whatever. And children also blame, even though the children were disrespectful to her. I say, oh, I don't want them around. You talk to your partner. I talk to your children. But Peter did not do that. He just felt very comfortable with her. I feel like he knows children around as well. He just don't think to just touch his first relationship, I guess.
Whatever happened in that relationship was all Peter's fault, basically. And he was saying, you miss children running around here. When you're the one that ruined a relationship, because you could not keep in your pants. Go and sit down. The show started with Simone running up the stairs, and it ends with her standing on top of the cliff,
Like edge of the cliff.
yeah, and watching, like just looking over this her new conquest that did not come without a lot of hard work and a lot of casualties as well. Then for me, she was the most clear-headed person in the entire cast. She knew what she wanted: stability. She wanted peace. She wanted clean. She wanted good. And if she has to play along to be this loving wife to get what she wants for now, but I think it's just a vicious cycle. Because it's just a placeholder now until Peter finds maybe Peter gets tired of her and finds someone else. And yeah, she might not even because Peter is this ruthless person. They basically all work for him, including his wife works for him. He will say that he was going to work. He's this old money guy, and he will do anything to keep this thing, the house. They say the house have been in his family for generations. Yeah, so you are not going to be the one that's going to come and take the house from him or his wealth. So Simone does it because this is what she wants right now, and she's going to play a loving, happy wife. Who knows? She might even have babies for him.
Yeah, children.
Yes. So
a virtual cycle, unless she's going to be smart enough to make some kind of arrangements for herself and not just sign. Because Michaela's lawyer was like, I'm surprised you're a lawyer. You don't sign the national like blinded by law. So I don't think Simone is in love with it. I think the only person
Simone is not in love with this guy.
It's just Ethan that she really loved, and I wish Ethan just stayed down a bit.
No, she loved him at first. Then later on, when she was having conversation with Michaela, she said she thought she loved him, but right now she can't, like, I see the skills fell from her eyes, and she does not love Ethan anymore. So it was already done. She was already done with him by the time he was coming to propose and everything. She was already done with that relationship.
Because she was worried about him for him. She was worried about how she ended up in the house. So I feel like she really liked him, but if they just had time to just talk things out, maybe their relationship would have continued. But with everything that happened, I don't think there's any going back from that. That's just my own point for her own love story with Ethan. But here, I feel like she doesn't love him. It's not about love. Like Michaela's case where she fell in love with this man.
Yeah, she fell.
So I hope
she
puts things in place. Like, you don't just sign any prenup. Put things in place for yourself, my love.
Peter is this person that he lies that it's actually Michaela that is that person that sucks you in, and everything, but he's the one that actually sucks people in.
Yeah,
he's this nice guy. he has this nice guy person, and it has happened most of the time. Even in real life, people are like, "Oh, man is so nice. Man is so calm. He's so clear-headed. He's a woman that has no problem." So, and that was the real issue. If you see Peter and Michaela standing together, Michaela is the one that had the murderer allegations, court leader allegations, all sort of allegations. Where the one just tried to keep her head straight. She wanted children. She could not get children. She had fertility issues. She's just trying to keep the entire cast running. She doesn't like being the bad guy. So most of the time, she passes the entire bad guy baton to assistant Simone. So she doesn't like being, she just like to just be this woman that is ethereal and like angelic and saving the birds. And that's just who Michaela was. Yeah, so I loved it. Like I said, I was proud that I predicted this show. Not very well. You predicted. I predicted it. When she was sitting in the place, I was like, "What are you doing? Go back to that." Yeah, I was like, "Run." And when she got there, I was like, "Yes, this is it."
I was hoping that when she goes back, she will have something like a level again, and man, not the other way around.
Yes,
I when the father was like, I felt like I was in Simone's skin when father was yapping him. And we be together again. It's just us. So that of you there was like, I'm like, go for B for that time. I felt like that was her vibe when she stood up and ran away.
because why?
With everything,
This is a child that you left was starving. Anybody that
almost died.
anybody that calls Michael and Simone the villain, I don't know how you watch this show. You're enough. I don't think you were paying attention enough. And this is, it's not just about good or wrong. It's about trauma and how it actually reflects to how you make decisions right now. And if this is what you want right now, and she just wants stability, clean, food, order, organization, and she wants it by any means necessary.
Very a lot in her life. So if she wants, if I was actually a lot, her mother took her life, and she was in the car as well.
Yeah.
Like she almost died. Devon saved her. So Devon's own is that, oh, I saved your life, and that was your. I don't hang that over her head forever.
Yeah, and Peter, for Peter too, he was already preparing to morph Simone.
Yeah,
Already seeing them
when he got back,
when it was watching them.
like,
Yeah,
either you don't like it or
when they did the when they went qua hugging, I said, okay, are you going to kiss? And they really kissed. So yeah, yeah, I enjoyed Siren. It was one of those shows that you're like one more episode, and when it's a show that you are watching and say one more episode, then you know that that's a good show.
yeah.
And any show that just stays with you and you're contemplating. There are a lot of people have a lot of questions about this show though. So people said, okay, they thought Michaela was Simone's mother at some point. But how the father was rambling about him knowing Michaela. Yeah, it's just he was just talking. So yeah,
It's a very nice show, visually pleasing about the colors.
visually pleasing. Especially the part whenever Michaela comes on screen, it's just this. I don't know how to. I don't know how to. I don't know the airy, ethereal vibe. Joy just glowing like just like a god.
Even when she was on the there one, I'm like, is this a dream?
Like it's just this dreamy vibe where he has all this dreamy vibe, and every person in this cast nailed their role.
I don't think Devon, what's her name? Meghan Fahy, to me, did not immediately get into character in the first episode. It took her a while to be comfortable and adjust in the role. But thank God she got along the way.
I think everybody knew their characters, and yeah, I think everybody knew their characters. Especially that I believe Megan. Because when I was I thought she was smelling. When I was watching the show, like, girl, take your smelly self from this place. You're taking up the entire place. So I believed her. So I think everybody played their role to a T. I don't know if I've ever told people how much I love Milly Alcock on this channel. I love her streamer. First time I saw her was in House of the Dragon, and I kind of know. And who else is there? Julianne Moore, the legend Julianne Moore. I wasn't expecting anything less. Yep. So that was what you thought about Sirens. For me, it's a 5-star.
5 stars, beautiful story, beautiful things.
Yeah. So until next time, do to people yourself. Bye.